But yo, so have you been looking for new Phillies merch lately?
I actually have. I feel like I'm running low on t-shirts.
All right. Well, since you are, you and the other Phillies fans should head over to phillygoat.com to get your Philly Goat merch and use the code BTVPOD for 10% off your next order. Beyond the Bank is proud to be an affiliate with Philly Goat, and as always, go Phils.
Beyond the Bank, we're talking baseball. Beyond the Bank, may we make takes, Beyond the Bank, Phillies fever, catch it now. Bleeding red is hell. Beyond the Bank.
I was going to wear my red hat, and I was like, I feel like that's too much.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Bank Phillies podcast, live from the studio in person. I'm your I'm your host Pete, along with my co-host Henry. What is up, my guy? I'm Pete.
I'm good. It was an exciting weekend for baseball.
It was indeed.
Opening day's out of the way.
I know, and I just brought it up beforehand that like this is the first time I think we shot in person like back-to-back episodes.
Yeah.
So we took we weren't even gonna shoot today.
Yeah.
We were just like, might as well, right? Because we're gonna do the TikTok live stream and
YouTube live stream, right? Are we doing YouTube too?
We could try to do YouTube. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna probably do.
It might be
TikTok,
messed up,
but yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do on both, but we'll see.
Sounds
but
good.
regardless, we're doing some type of stream today during the game or whatever. So, I mean, people won't hear this probably until tomorrow, but. Regardless, I put it on the Instagram story, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took the opportunity to shoot a pod real quick, just talk about some things, even though the series is not over. Still one more game today. But yeah, opening day was fun. Opening was fun.
A lot of fun.
The podcast went good.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't use the speaker, but it's okay. Then we went around, interviewed some people.
I thought you were going to crash out.
Yeah, it was close. But good thing it was opening day because then I was in a good mood. So, and then we went around, interviewed some people. Interesting. Not a lot of people like to be on camera, apparently. So.
Which is kind of funny. The amount of people that were like, I use a sick day from work. I can't be on camera. It's hilarious.
Right. Like, yeah. Like, hilarious. Then, and like, you think about it, like, well, this video might not go viral, but then you never know.
If one person from their job sees it,
right,
that's enough.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go well.
Exactly. It would not. So, but I mean, it is what it is. So, but it was fun. Good time.
Yeah.
And they won. So that was good.
They tried to blow it.
Yeah. It was annoying. But, like, overall, though, like, what did you think of some of like the renovations that you saw? I guess. Well, I mean, you saw a little bit of it, but I saw a lot of it because it was more in the Hall of Fame club level, which I'll talk about. But go ahead.
That store, I'm going to start there. The store does not flow at all.
Okay.
Like you walk, I think it would flow better if you were coming in from the street.
Right.
So like how it's open like on non-game days.
Yeah.
You can go there. That I think is when it would look better.
Okay.
But like when you walk in from like the side, you're already right next to the red. It just doesn't make much sense.
Right.
And I gotta say, I know that the All-Star Game is like a big thing, and it's one of the best things that happened at Sisbeck Park in so long. Blah blah blah. There's too much. It's all over the hats. It's all over the jerseys. It's all over all the gear that's in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like cool different hats because I want to try and get a new hat every opening day.
Right.
Kyle Corwin from 3-0 Take does that, and it was a good idea. I figured I would do it. But I don't know, man. Like it was just very plain. Right. Like it seemed like they were working on it all off season, but it seemed like it was very rushed as to where to lay what out.
Right.
Like there's the custom stand. It's upstairs now. It's not downstairs. Like it's just, and the City Connect stuff is still upstairs, but it's just a mess, dude. Maybe it's because it was opening weekend and I just didn't really. There's too many people there. Not too many, but everybody just bombards certain areas. Like they moved the Authentic store that was next to the original store. Like it just, I don't know, man. It was odd.
Yeah, I didn't. I walked past it. I didn't go in because there was like a line, and the line like it wasn't like that bad. Like it was moving or whatever. Sure. But we were just kind of like locked in on just like getting our seats or whatever, and just like walking around and whatnot. So, and there was just a lot going on. And honestly, it's weird, man. On Thursday, man, I was really just taking everything in, I guess.
Yeah.
And it just was like I don't know, just being thankful to be back on opening day. Starting out the season at home. and just seeing just the excitement and stuff that I've missed over the off season and stuff like that. I mean, I know it sounds dramatic, but at the end of the day, man, it's just like sometimes you gotta take a step back, man, and just
it's just nice being back.
Right, it is, and like I was just doing a lot of that, and like I was like, I'll get to this, I'll get to that, like later in the season, or whatever. So, but I'll eventually get into the story and see what you're talking about. But the Hall of Fame club level that I was in with my parents, gonna say. Was very interesting. They literally just like redid everything from the bathrooms from one side to the other side. Like everything was different. It was nothing I feel like was left from like the original what it looked like. Yeah. At all, man.
Wow.
I mean, except for maybe the concession stands. Other than that, like, that was kind of the same thing or whatever. Yeah. So and listen, it did look nice. And obviously I'm so much more of like old school of like just keeping things the same. But like we talked about the other day, stuff's gotta change. So it is what it is. But I did look very, professional. I did like behind some of the things. For example, I saw somebody posted a clip about it on Twitter, but like behind the World Series trophies, they have like a screen that plays like clips from like the 1980.
I did see that.
Yeah, like I like that type of stuff. That is pretty cool. So I will say that was a good upgrade for sure. And but yeah, other than that, I mean, like the bathrooms are different now, man. Like everything's kind of like that wooden type style or whatever.
This is like fifth time you talked to me about the bathrooms there. This is
dude. I mean, it was just like
were you just not expecting them to change everything, and that was just very surprising.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, I just was like, wow. And then like it was funny because like I mean, it was weird, I guess, but like in the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom and somebody's talking. Some guy was talking. He was like lit, probably. He was talking to this other guy about like the changes and stuff like that. And the guy's like, oh, you won't even realize it in like 2 years. Like, you won't even.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So, and the guy's like, yeah, I guess so. It's like, okay, bro. Like, it's like go to the bathroom, bro. Like,
oh my gosh,
like, yeah. But
that's one of those plays. Yeah. Enough bathroom talk. But anyway, I remember one last point on the bathroom thing.
Okay.
When I went to the Padres game, it was the night that Reese hit 2 home runs. It was that real high scoring game.
Okay.
When Machado hits a home run in the first inning and everything came back.
Right.
It was this is my effing house game from Bryce.
Right.
Somebody put Padres trading cards in the urinals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was quite it's quite interesting. I thought that was a nice touch.
Insane. The Ghost Energy deck, we saw that replaced Harry K's whatever. I mean, it just
I didn't realize how much I don't look over there until it was like the 6th inning and I went, "Oh wait, I want to look at the new
right.
the new awning."
Yeah, exactly.
Which I guess that's a win for the Phillies that I didn't notice, but whatever.
Right. King Callis, once again, phenomenal job in National Anthem.
Great
Chills.
job.
Just
would have been Harry Callis's 90th birthday on Thursday, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty cool fact.
Right. Yeah. So that was pretty cool, pretty phenomenal. Chills all around. And anything else that stood out to you on Thursday?
Sometimes I can't wait. I love opening day and I love opening weekend and stuff, and the McDonald's shirt and all that stuff. I want it to not be as insanely crowded as it was. Dude, like nobody knows how to walk. Nobody knows how to get to their row. Nobody knows how to get to their section.
Right.
If you have seat 1 and 2, don't come into the other side of the section, please.
Well, some people don't know.
That's my exact point though. Like,
right.
I just
I get no. I honestly I do get. What
I
you're
just
saying,
can't
though.
wait until it's died down a little bit because sometimes it's a lot.
Baseball etiquette.
Yes,
we always talk about.
Oh
that.
yeah, baseball etiquette.
You gotta have something there. I'm just saying. But yeah, it was fun. And then what was I gonna say? Ashburn Alley was packed. It was just like ridiculous.
No, yeah, we when we met up. We're walking through Ashburn Alley,
right?
And at one point we came to a complete stop, and you just go, "What are we doing?"
I know, like I just don't know like what's going on, and it's like they got to figure that out too with like people that stand like standing room only, where like above the bullpens.
Yeah, I know.
Like I get it, you have standing room only, that's where you're gonna stand, but it's also just like I don't know. Personally, for me, I wouldn't want to stand there the whole game.
Yeah,
just because if I don't have the front spot of the bullpen, I can't see anything.
Well, that was the thing. It was like 4 people deep.
Yeah.
On that side, and the other problem is too, you have the ropes from the restaurants, like for the lines.
Right.
So it's like condensing it.
Right.
It's like bottlenecked right there. It's like it's not.
Yeah. No.
And once you clear it, you're in the yard with all the kids.
Right.
It's like, oh man, get me out of here.
I know. Yeah. It was a little annoying, but it is what it is, man. Like,
but overall, happy to be back.
Right. Happy to be back. Exactly. After I was complaining. But no, it was good to be back. So, all right. So speaking of the Callises and stuff like that, talk about Kane and Harry Callis. His birthday was supposed to be the other day.
Right.
report came out that his widow was really not happy about the whole situation of Harry K's getting taken away.
Yeah.
And that article was released by, give me one second. So Matt Breen,
Okay.
writing sports features for Philly Inquirer and whatnot. Apparently, she said, the widow of Harry Kalas, said the Phillies betrayed the legendary broadcaster by removing Harry Case for the Ghost Energy deck and breaking the $20,000 a year contract with her. And then it says at the end, they won't be able to play High Hopes in 2027 unless they pay.
I will be distraught if we lose High Hopes. I sing that every win, no matter what. Like, I don't leave the stadium until that plays. I don't know how the Phillies let corporate greed get in the way of things like this. Because, like I said to you the other day, I try and I take this from Spike Eskin. I know.
Right.
We're not huge Spike people on this show, but this point makes sense.
Right.
So he does it with the Eagles.
Right.
So if the Eagles do something, they fire a coordinator, they do this, their organization makes some move.
Right.
Or in this case, if they took a sponsorship over honoring somebody.
Right.
He looks at it as, what if the Cowboys did this? Would we clown them or not?
Right.
So, like, if your rival did this, essentially, would you clown them or not?
Right.
And if the Mets did something like this, we would be the first ones to get on them.
Yeah.
LOL Mets, this and that.
Right.
So I think that is what makes this a bad move to me, because I think that even if anybody else did it, we clown them.
Right.
I'm not going to say it's okay for us just because it's us.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know how they let that get in the way of that. Plus, I don't know how they didn't incorporate him in some way already. I know the guy who's like the founder of Ghost or whoever he is said they're trying to find a way to incorporate him.
Right.
You should have incorporated him the second you guys signed the contract.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's that simple. I know it's not easy to make stuff like that. Like, make what you need for the stadium.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to do something. Like, you can't just let this guy go. Because we just had John Foley on, and he said, oh, well, the last thing left is the statue in High Hopes, and the statue the fans paid for, and High Hopes, like, yeah, the Phillies put that on, but they have a contract for it.
Right.
Now, it just came out that we may not have it next year.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. And, like, it's one of those things that you almost kind of seen coming in a way, just because of, like, them doing this was going to, there was going to be other, like, consequences to it, I feel like. And it's just very annoying that could possibly happen, knowing, like you said, like we look forward to that after Phillies wins and stuff like that. Everybody knows about it. Everybody stays for it. That's why people stay after. I always stay after for it and stuff like that. Even like if you're walking back, to leave the stadium, you hear it throughout the stadium. You're singing with other people. You're doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a good vibe.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. And it's been part of it for so long. And it's just, again, like we talked about before, like just taking things away that means like something to these fans, just, old school. And like I said, like you talk about greed, like just getting in the way of these like things. Like, it's just unfortunate. And, like, obviously that's just how things are in the world nowadays, I guess. But you gotta there's gotta be like a certain line that you draw that you just can't cross when it comes to these certain things.
That's
as an owner.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I love John Middleton, but at the same time, there has been just some like questionable things so far, like when it comes to the outs, like off the baseball field stuff.
Right.
So, and it's very unfortunate. And it's unfortunate that, Harry Kalas' widow, I apologize, I don't know her first name. But it's unfortunate that now she's in this situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with her, like the family, like his son. He's saying, like, I mean, shout to him for even coming out to do the national anthem. He could have said no to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I think that means a lot to him to come out and do that next to his dad's statue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it means something. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think he was coming from a perspective too of like his dad would have wanted him there no matter what was going on.
Right.
So that helps, but it's like, dude, like now you're affecting more than just fans, like you just said. Like it's just it's unfortunate.
It's a tough situation for all parties. You know what I'm saying? And it just puts you in an awkward situation. But hopefully that stuff gets resolved and maybe there'll be something good comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it stays, because I pray it does. Because then, I see people in the comments saying like, I will never go to another game. So
well,
here we go with that again.
No, they won't.
Right. I'd still go to the game, but it would be unfortunate. So maybe we all sing high hopes all together if it gets taken away. So or played on like a big speaker. So
wouldn't that be something?
It would be. It would
Somebody
be. Somebody
breaks into the AV booth or something.
Right. All right, and then so moving into current things. So Zach Wheeler had a rehab stint yesterday. Apparently went pretty well. And also Orion Kirkering also pitched a little bit.
Threw an inning, right?
Yeah, threw an inning. Thompson said he looked good. But I have a clip from that John Clark posted on Twitter about Zach Wheeler talking about, his rehab start and how it went and stuff like that. So
well, obviously, felt good. It's first really competitive game and a little chilly out, so just trying to work through all those factors, and at the end of the day, it went well and I felt good. So coming out of it healthy is really all that mattered to me.
Without your velocity today, is where you expected it to be?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tick up from what it has been. Last inning was down just a hair, but probably to be expected. So those first two innings were good. A couple of the guys told me I was a little bit higher out of the stretch, which was good because I felt terrible out of the stretch so far throughout this process. So, I'm like I said, I'm happy coming out today with a few different things, and it went well.
I like that. I think bringing up the point about the stretch is big because, I mean, let's be honest, Wheeler doesn't put men on base very often.
Right.
But we saw it with, who was it last year? It was Luzardo? Out of the stretch, his numbers just were not the same.
Right, which was they wanted something to fix. Basically,
right,
that's what
right. And
figured out.
he said he felt bad out of the stretch, but seems like everybody else think he looked good out of the stretch. So you want him to feel comfortable, but it's a good sign, and maybe it'll help him feel more comfortable now that people are saying that that he still looks good.
Yeah, and they said that he's ahead of schedule right now. So that's the main thing right now, and it's like that is great to hear. At the end of the day, though, you want to hear it word to mouth from him of how he feels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like obviously, like I'm not saying anybody was lying. I'm not saying that, but like I'm saying, just like it's good to see that clip and see him talk about it, get into the small details of the stretch and how people have just been saying, "Hey, it looks better" and stuff like that. So, listen, I have faith that I think Wheeler will come back healthy and good. Now, will it be to the fullest extent of what it was beforehand? I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's going to remain to be seen. So, but I just, at the end of the day, the only thing I pray for is that he just comes back healthy. He's enjoying himself, and it's just going well. Like mentally, and not just physically, mentally too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
a huge thing that he went through. It's where it's like, man, like, was this guy ever going to pitch again? Like, was he?
And it's a tough spot too because it's not like a pitching injury; it's just a freak.
Yeah.
Thing. Like I'm sure people who don't pitch like that may not get blood clots in their shoulder.
Right.
But
right.
you know what I mean?
No,
like
exactly.
It's just a freak thing rather than like, oh, Tommy John, there's a structure.
Right.
This is not like there's not as much of a structure here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So it's good to hear. But hopefully we'll see. Maybe I heard rumblings at the beginning of May, possibly. Maybe when the weather gets warm. They said they don't want to like bring him out when it's like cold and stuff like that. So hopefully when the weather starts to warm up,
if it ever warms up. I know. My goodness.
I know. All right, so let's discuss a little bit. I know we still have one game today, which we'll make predictions about. But just the last two games that you've watched, what are some takeaways altogether?
I think that they look more solid than I thought they would. I had more encouragement yesterday, or not yesterday, Thursday rather than yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday was a tough game.
Right.
But then again, on opening day, they didn't score without the long ball.
True.
So all their runs came from the long ball. But overall, I think that they look healthier than I thought they would. I'll put it that way.
Right.
Because last year it kind of felt like, even on opening day, it was just kind of sluggish and whatnot. I think a lot of them are like fresh and ready to go. I think Schwarber and Harper, now Harper does need to step it up a little bit, but I think they look more and more fresh rather than sluggish because of the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
So that's just my opinion. But I think overall, I'm curious to see. I'm optimistic as to where this is heading.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And like I said, it's only 2 games or whatever. So, and a lot of the guys, like when these couple of games, like just takes a while for them to get out of the funk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some players will be good. Like for example, Kyle Schwarber, like he had the homer the other day or whatever. But for some players it's different. The one thing I would say just out of the last 2 games, and I'm maybe nitpicky here, I guess, with things, but I said it the other day after the game, is like the whole situation on opening day where it was just like situational awareness from Thompson again. And this is stuff that people have talked about in years past, especially going back to last year with the bullpen, right? I understand when you get Backus and these guys in there, right? With a 5-run lead, you expect them to hold it, right? You think there's no pressure, whatever. But the thing is, I mean, outside of spring training and some other, spots that he's pitched in his career, we haven't really seen if he can handle that type of situation, I feel like.
Right.
And, for me personally, it's just like if you just want comfortably like to go out there and just close it out, get the shutout or whatever, put Alvarado out there.
Yeah.
I'm not like if you want to put Duran out there, cool. I mean, they end up having to do it anyway. But if you don't want to use Duran, that's fine.
Right.
Put somebody out there that's been in that situation, okay? Yeah. Put Alvarado, like just somebody in the bullpen that's been there that we could trust or whatever to go out there and comfortably do what they got to do with a 5-run lead.
Yeah.
And that's the overthinking that Topper does sometimes. Is what bugs me.
Yeah.
It's just you can feel it almost, and it's just like. And then the thing is, like people are like, oh, why did they continue to leave him in? Well, they had nobody warming up.
5 runs.
Yeah, well,
2.
But you got to warm somebody up, so they had to leave him there a little bit. So that's why I also just was also getting annoying. But again, it's just the small things like that I've seen from years past that I just like I wanted them to learn from. Yeah. I don't want to continue to see that carry over to next season, and I saw a little bit of that on Thursday. Right. And now for yesterday, it's just listen, the offense was just nowhere to be seen. Now, I don't know if that had a little bit to do with the fact that they were planning for DeGrom originally, but then he got scratched last minute with neck stiffness, and then I think it was Latz. Is it Jacob Latz?
Yeah.
For the Rangers that got like subbed in to start, whatever. So I don't know if they just didn't have really a game plan or weren't prepared for his type of pitching. I don't know.
Strained his neck looking for his phone.
That's
reaching for his phone, strained his neck.
I heard T-Mac say that on the broadcast. I thought he was trolling, and I was just like, I couldn't really tell, and I was just like, oh, and I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Unless they just didn't think he was ready,
right? Yeah, I don't know.
That could be a possibility too.
And then the other thing is too, I started hearing the shadows thing and all this other stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear it. If the Rangers can be fine with it, Sears hit a bomb. The first inning of the game, I don't need to hear about the shadows thing. I really don't. Like, I understand it's a little bit of a factor, but no, we're not doing that. I'm not. Listen, you couldn't hit the ball. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But obviously they're called the Fighting Phillies for a reason, and they came back or whatever in the end of the game, which was good to see.
It's exciting.
It was very a positive to see that they weren't just going to lay down after all that.
Right. They were still taking some pitches. They were still
Yeah. So that was good
for
to see.
Schwarber, but whatever.
Right. Nola won't fully bag on him today, I guess, just because like it was 2 pitches that he really just missed on, and that was outside of that he
had 7 Ks,
well.
right?
Yeah, he pitched pretty well. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing we always talk about with Nola, is that like there's always that one home run.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought he gave it up in the first. I said, all right, you got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Right. And then like Jake Berger happened, whatever, hit the foul pole. Just a little bit of lucky, I guess, and especially with the weather,
the wind, and
it was cold yesterday, and that's the other thing we were talking about, is that maybe he just didn't have a great grip on the ball just because of the weather.
You saw in the second inning, he was blowing into his hand constantly.
Yeah,
that's got to be tough.
No, for sure. But like I'm saying, outside of those 2 pitches that he missed, he pitched okay. Yeah. So I really can't like say too much about Nola. You know what I'm saying? So when the weather starts to warm up a little bit, I think we see a little bit better from him. It's always gonna be the one home run. So and then the rat 4th inning. So
yeah. He got through that.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, so unfortunately they didn't get the win. But yeah, so we look ahead to today's game. I got Luzardo on the mound, which is pretty exciting. Can't wait to see what he does. And then I think who do the Rangers have on the mound today?
Mackenzie Gore,
yeah. Mackenzie Gore, old Nationals. We struggled a little bit against him last year.
Yeah, we played him on opening day.
Yeah. So hopefully
that Nats
see something different.
Stinks.
I know. Yeah, it's rough.
They're really bad. Like they look like Little League.
Yo, Marlins 2-0. Are we? Should we be moved or no? They play the Rockies.
I mean, I was gonna say the fighting Colorado Rockies, because I need them to get 70 wins.
That's right. Yeah, he took her for over
70
wins.
plus wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't done that in 5 years, apparently. Dan looked it up for me.
They're 0-2, so you're not off to a great start.
Well,
so
yeah.
maybe you can cash out now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Catch out to
Honestly,
1
they
cent.
probably wouldn't even let me.
Probably not.
I'm trying to find something. I forget.
For today's game.
So sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll say the lineup real quick.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go.
Was cracks crazy.
Yeah.
That shit happens, man. All right. So for today's lineup, I posted on Instagram, which you guys see the new template now. Sorry about the delay. Opening day was overwhelming, as I said. So, but yeah, you got that. So today's lineup against Mackenzie Gore, you got Trey Turner at short, Schwarber at DH, Harper at first base, Bohm third, Garcia right field, Mundo Sosa at second base today, taking a spot, and then JT Realmuto's in the lineup. Pretty shocking, but I guess since Lazardo's on the mound, they want to make him feel comfortable. Otto Kemp in left field, and then Justin Crawford in center field, and then Lazardo.
Which, by the way, we did not bring this up when we were just reviewing those 2 games. Heck of a couple plays he made out there yesterday.
I know, and he had 2 hits on opening day.
2 hits on opening day. Yeah.
First at bat, he got a single. Man,
Right.
I mean,
first pitch he saw.
now I will say I would want them to let him be a little aggressive. I don't want them holding him back from stealing base and stuff like that. That's been talked about a little bit. I don't want to do that. We're not.
I know.
Let the kid be aggressive. Okay. Yeah. Don't be like, oh well, the turnover of the lineup and all. No, let the guy steal and just see what happens, please. Let's not be just don't be like, oh, we're gonna no.
Yeah.
Let him play his.
No,
game.
that catch he had yesterday up
Very
against the State Farm sign.
Yes.
If he doesn't catch that, that's an inside the park home run.
It was because it was gonna go. Off
No, actually, it's not because Berger was the one running, so probably not.
Hey, you never know.
Okay. Anyway,
never know. But no.
It's a big play if he doesn't catch that.
Well, for sure. And honestly, I thought for some reason that it hit off the wall first and then into his glove. So I got nervous. So it kind of looked like that.
It looked like that
right
in real time,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, they're not like making any signals or what? Because I saw the Ranger, whoever was on first, kind of throwing his hands up, like, what's going on? And then it was weird because he was like, what's going on?
Right.
And for a split second, I was like, no way. Did that ball bounce into his glove? And then they showed the replay, and I was like, oh my gosh, he got all the way up.
Right.
So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Not for sure. So.
And when he caught that ball, somebody was ready to tag up from second to third, and he got the ball in right away, and everybody was just like, everybody was like, thank God he got it in,
right.
Because it's kind of like they're respecting his arm,
For sure.
So we are now going to move into Pete's picks. So what do you got for the next series?
Next series, yeah. So we're gonna do these today just because we're here now, might as well. So right after this series, after today, we got the Nationals coming into town. So a little bit of a, I guess, easier series you would think. But we got Taiwan on the mound tomorrow. Nationals haven't listed who they're pitching, but should be interesting to see what Taiwan's got this year. Obviously, we all know how we feel about Taiwan Walker. Really haven't had to talk about him much so far.
Did you see how bundled up he was yesterday?
I know. Yeah. And you know what? I will say this about Walker real quick. Speaking of him, he is always the first guy I see on the top of the steps.
Yeah.
No matter what.
He's into it.
I will say he's definitely probably a team player.
Yeah.
Like I said, great guy.
Seems like they all like him too.
Yeah, just struggles with pitching sometimes. He's very annoying. Yeah. So, especially for the money he's getting. But regardless, not gonna pocket watch another man. So, but no,
it's a little late for that.
I know. I guess it is. But so they got him starting tomorrow, and then Andrew Painter on Tuesday, which is pretty exciting. You're going to the game on Tuesday.
Very exciting. I'm going to the game Monday too.
Yeah, you're going to the game Monday. Probably won't be able to make the game Tuesday, unfortunately, but it's okay. Watch that work. And then Wednesday, I'm pretty sure it might be Sanchez. Oh, okay. So it goes back to the top of the thing. So I'm gonna go 2 out of 3 with this one again. I'm just gonna. It's very hard to just come out of the gates sweeping teams.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what we get from Taiwan, and especially Painter too. We're still we don't know what we're gonna get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully.
Do you think they'll let him go 5?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the limit's gonna be 5 innings, especially depending on pitch count too. Though,
I think that if you're gonna bring him up, you can't
hold back.
You can't tie him down.
Right.
I know that they don't want to blow his arm out. I'm not saying let him go 9,
right,
no matter what. But don't pull until he struggles or his pitch count gets real high. And don't let him throw 90 pitches.
Yeah.
But
And don't leave him out there to die.
Well, that
that's the other
too.
thing. So
Right.
don't
Like,
damage his confidence. So
right.
just again read the room. So
Right.
but yeah, so 2 out of 3 against the Nats. I'm gonna say so.
Sounds good.
So yeah, so there's a little surprise in-person pod, I guess.
Yep.
We'll be out tomorrow. And then probably next pod will probably be remote, most likely after the Nats series. So we'll see how that goes.
Series in review or whatever we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Series review, that'll be back and stuff. So just keep up with that as well. Those will be like surprise ones real quick, be like, oh, another one out. Yep. Series review. So we're trying to do our best this year, man. We're going to try to do a lot more this year.
Yep.
But yeah, you got
All right.
anything else though?
Go Phils.
Go Phils. Out of here. Peace.